Hi, my name is Zach, and this is a video intended for those of you coming on our Rivers and Zongs of Bhutan trip here in about a week. And I'm really excited to join all of you. The trip's not that far away. This is really a highlight of the year for me, so thank you all for joining us. I'm one of the guides. I'll be sort of the lead guide. My friend Pema in Bhutan will be the cultural guide, and we'll work together and make sure that we go see all the cool cultural spots along the way. We'll have some raft guides with us and safety kayakers, including Tinley and Chencho, or her Bhutanese. And also Emily and Chris and Courtney are coming along to help be guides as well. So we have a pretty nice crew set for you, and if you have questions about them, please let me know. Your visas and your tickets are going to be done any moment now. So, they take some processing, and I'll email them to all of you. You'll get basically a PDF, and just print those out before you go, and you'll be all set to get on the planes. We will have a pre-trip meeting, and it's not mandatory. If you want to meet at the A-Loft at the night before, I think it's 7 o'clock, I'll send you all an email about this. We'll just do like an informal pre-trip meeting, get to know each other, and help organize rides to the airport the next morning. If you don't make it, that's cool. We'll see you at the airport that morning. We'll all fly from Bangkok to Paro together. There's a few people who are flying from other places, so we won't see them at the airport, but we'll all meet in Paro, Bhutan that morning and do our first day, which is going to be a tour of a couple monasteries. Just some frequently asked things about gear. One thing, a lot of times we want to drink water, we should because we're at elevation, and there's a lot of bottled water. We'll always have bottled water available, but we end up going through a lot of plastic bottles, and they don't really have a good recycling program in Bhutan for the plastic bottles. So I highly recommend you getting your own water bottle and some sort of filter. This one I've been using, I recommend. It's the Grail Filter. It's really easy. You just fill it up. Oops, there's water in there now. You just fill it up in your faucet in the morning, and this thing you just push this down, and as it pushes through, it purifies the water. It's a great product. And I would bring this along with a couple of water bottles so that you can fill up your water bottles from this and have at least 2 water bottles a day to drink. We should be drinking a lot of water because we're at elevation. Another common question I get asked is about the weather. The weather in November is almost always amazing. It is the best time of year, I think, to visit Bhutan. We'll typically have weather in the 70s, 80s, maybe 90s, sunny skies. But it can get cold. It is possible it's cold and rainy. So I have on the packing list to have rain jacket, a separate paddling jacket for the river, which if you don't mind being cold, you could not bring the paddling jacket and be fine. I have a few extra paddling jackets in a few sizes, so if you're cool wearing whatever size, you can just use one of ours, or quality. Some of them are not the best, but they work. They do a good job. But that's just in case. The paddling jacket, the rain pants, the rain stuff is just in case it gets pretty rainy and cold, which can happen, but is rare. I do recommend a big warm jacket of some kind. This is what I have. It's just a down jacket. The mornings can be pretty cold, so if you want to get up in the morning and go for a hike, or when we drive over Dochu La Pass at 10,000 feet, it's nice to have just a quick jacket accessible. You put this on, and so something like this. Patagonia has one called a down sweater. This one's made by Feathered Friends. It's a nice jacket, just something to quickly get warm. Again, if it gets cold in the evening or the mornings, or for some reason it gets cold during the day, this is kind of a nice thing to have. Also, I get asked a lot about what shoes to bring. And I'll just show you what I'm going to bring. We'll do a bit of hiking. And so on some of the hikes, I have these kind of trail running type shoes, just nice, easy, heavy duty tennis shoe type things that I like. And they're made by La Sportiva. But you want to go try them on so they fit. I also bring these shoes. These are Blundstones because when we visit monasteries, we're kind of going in and out of rooms. We have to take our shoes off and on a lot. And these are easy to come off and on. Whereas with these, I have to, lace them and unlace them all the time. So, which is totally doable. But I just really like a quick slip-on shoe. The Blundstones are nice too because they're good for hiking. I've hiked up the Tiger's Nest in these multiple times. They have good soles. They're nice shoes. So I can double up with these and use these for other things. So I'm a big fan of those shoes. And finally, phones. Your phone will probably work there if you let it. You don't want to because the roaming charges are really high and everything. But it's nice to have a phone. There's Wi-Fi at the hotels every night, so you can check into your phone with the Wi-Fi. It's also a great way to take photos, and I'll be certainly encouraging you to share photos with the rest of the crew. And along the way, I'll be taking photos of everything. Pema will be too, and I'll share those with you free of charge after the trip. So if you don't have a phone, don't have a camera, don't worry. I'll take plenty of photos and share those with you. And then just a couple last minute things. There's dogs, and cats and things, and you probably shouldn't pet dogs and cats. They're adorable, they're really cute, but you probably shouldn't be petting them, so have that in the back of your head. But they also, in the big cities, do bark at night. And so I'd highly recommend some sort of like ear thing that like can, if you don't sleep well at night or you're a light sleeper, some sort of thing to put in your ear just to dampen out some of the dogs barking in the bigger cities. So there's a lot of other ins and outs. If you have questions, please ask a question in the comment section below on the YouTube video here. Other people on the trip might have that same question, or you guys can all ask me questions through the YouTube commenting section. That's an easy way to just do any last minute things. But in general, it's a fun trip. It's pretty straightforward. We'll take good care of you. So yeah, excited to meet you all in either Bangkok or in Paro. See you then.